Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. When they lay me down to rest, I know I was always repping. Oh my God, my whole life.
What's up guys, Service Squad here. As you know, I'm Dylan.
I'm Martin, and today we're going to be talking about the Flakka epidemic that's happening nationwide. It hit South Africa about a month or two ago, and there's a big hype around it. There's a lot of fear around it, and obviously that's understandable. So what I know about it, I personally have never tried it, but I have done research and I've spoken to a few people about it. What the internet has told me is that it's a synthetic stimulant from the cathinone class. I've dabbled in this cathinone class a few times. You know, the primary drug that I used in the cathinone class was meth cathinone. I personally obviously enjoyed it. I'm a drug addict, but it really brought me to my knees very quickly. I'm sure what I did and how Flakka is very different, so I can't really speak for effects or anything. I can talk about effects from what I've gathered from the internet though. Flakka was developed in the 1960s, so it's not the newest drug around. I don't know why it's only making a comeback, if you will, now. Or maybe it's hitting South Africa very late. People call it Flakka, they can call it gravel or the zombie drug because of the effects that it produces. You know, you see on the internet, you see a lot of videos of people completely going crazy, ridiculous stuff. You can even see videos of people eating other people's faces off because they're on Flakka. This is the type of stuff we've seen from the internet.
Scary stuff.
I don't know if it's true or not. I'd like to give it the benefit of the doubt, and I'm very sure that drugs can do this to people. From what I gathered, the main symptoms or side effects from this drug are hyperstimulation, paranoia, and hallucinations. But in my opinion, there are thousands of other drugs that have been around for way longer than Flakka that have caused a lot more damage than Flakka has caused. I'm not trying to say Flakka is not a serious thing, it really is. But now I feel like people are only focusing on Flakka and forgetting about all the other drugs that have caused so much more damage. But that's just the way it is. And I don't think people only need to focus on Flakka, they need to focus on drugs as a whole and what they do to people and their families. On to you, Dil.
Flakka is a very serious topic to talk about. I think that, the drug coming into our country recently, and we've seen a few video footages and pictures of people, running into car windows and running across the streets naked and smashing their heads in windows and cars and throwing people around, and once or twice people have eaten other people, cannibalism. And it's a scary drug, and they say that the people go into instant insanity basically. The drug can be snorted, it can be smoked, it can be in a liquid form, which it can be swallowed. Today we got to look at what our actions are in the outside world, because we got to be very careful of what drinks we're getting in our hands these days and what food we are getting into our hands and who's giving it to us. And we got to know the background of everything, because before we know, the reality is this drug and other drugs can be slipped into substances that we take in very quickly. So we're just here to give you guys a warning, let you guys know a bit on the drug. The duration of the effect is 3 to 4 hours in your system. That's how long the effects last. And the Flakka drug can linger in your body for up to several days, which is obviously a very sad and hectic thing. And this drug is just another drug added to the list. And now we've got to be even more aware. But this drug looks like it makes people go into instant insanity, and this drug causes psychological effects where people start getting immediate anxiety, paranoia, they lose reality of their surroundings, and they're not really in the reality, in the presence of where they are then. And it leads to violence. And what we've heard from others and from information is that this violence is connected with increased power of strength, and people feel like they are invulnerable and they can pretty much do anything. Flakka has very high levels of dopamine and serotonin, which puts us in a state which is called an excited delirium. And that is basically what all drugs do, is they pump up our dopamine levels in our brain, and that's why we like the cause of it, because it makes us feel good in that moment. It releases serotonin, which is good for our moods, and before we know it, we're on a very happy level. The problem is the downer and the effects that drugs has on us. And I think that we need to be very careful in what we're taking in the future, and you need to dig deep on the effects of what it does to you and how it affects others around you, because before you know it, you regret something that you've done in your life, and consequences can be real, and the consequences are not very good at times. That's all from me, guys. So thanks for watching the video. Thanks for your information, Modi. I think it was a topic that needs to be spoken about, and in future we will give more information on drugs and so forth, and on different various types of drugs. So thanks for that, Modi. Guys, please comment, like, subscribe. And as you guys know, the story goes on. Peace out. Service Squad.